Good afternoon. My name is Joseph Cross, and welcome to my study design. I, uh, I chose to study the topic of the phenomenon of Facebook just because it's one of those tools, it's one of those social networking sites that has just grown and grown over the years. It's become the hub or what I would say the online environment for us to interact, for us to identify with each other, with the world, to obtain information, to post information about ourselves, whether it's things that people already know, whether it's personal things that we're going through, sharing photos, staying in touch with friends and family. And it gives us the freedom and the access to pretty much be diary keepers, to be able to archive things that happen in our lives. Um, the original purpose for Facebook started back in 2004. It was brought to us on college campuses. You actually had to have a student ID to access the site, and it was a way for students to connect, build social ties, and stay abreast of all the things that were happening not only on their university but with students at colleges around the world. So Mark Zuckerberg, he's the CEO or the head honcho of Facebook. And again, it developed back in 2004. By 2006, there were about 1.2 million users, and even to today, depending on what sources you look at, we're up to about 1.23 to 1.44 billion users worldwide. So you can see the growth that Facebook has gone through, and it has become one of those sites that people just gravitate towards. That they're on there daily, they're on there minute by minute, and it pretty much consumes their lives. I know it did for me for a while, and that's one of the reasons why I chose this topic. Not only am I no longer an active Facebook user, I mean I still have a profile, I still glance at it every once in a while, but it's not one of those things that I jump onto to share my life, or to share pictures of my daughter or my family, or any of the things that are going on. And also, I found that a lot of the profiles or friends that I was adding were fictitious. Some of the people that I didn't know in real life, their profiles were kind of wishy-washy, where the things that they would post didn't really add up to the demographic information that was contained on their profile. So it kind of, for me, my experience, it got out of hand, and it's just one of those things that it interests me. Why so many people are attached to Facebook, and how they use it and what they use it for. So the relevance and the reason for my study is just that because Facebook has become such a worldwide tool online for social interaction and social identity, I wanted to kind of explore the experiences outside of myself, using other users, heavy users, light users, whether they were with Facebook in the beginning or are new to Facebook. Kind of just wanted to get a glance on how other users use Facebook, what they use it for, and how they're able to create their own social identity, whether that is accurate with who they are in real life, and how they build, develop, and sustain and maintain interpersonal relationships. So what I did, I chose to use a qualitative design just because Facebook uses text messaging, photos, posts, words, and audio visuals. I found that qualitative design really fit what I was trying to accomplish here. And the reasons for the study, again, just to reiterate, was to explore and navigate how other people use this site, just because it has become such a phenomenon, coming out of, the Twitter boom, the MySpace, and even the AOL Instant Messenger from years ago. And what I wanted to do was, using the lens of social information processing theory, just pretty much come to grips and see how people are using the internet, how people are using their online experience to communicate, and how they are able to build relationships online, which are a little bit different from face-to-face interactions from what we're used to from generations from before. So my study design, I use a feminology or a phenomenology lens as well, using three users within the Virginia Beach area, which is my locale right now. I wanted to just keep it simple. Also, time was a limitation for me as well. So I wanted to just find users that were outside of my user list or my friends list, but have people that I can have access to be able to interview in person, and also be able to gather information from users outside of my core group. So what I did was I had uh, 10 to 12 questions designed, and I met with 3 people, 2 girls, 1 male within the Virginia Beach area. And I pretty much just asked them several questions ranging from, when they became users, why they use Facebook, has their social identity changed from the time that they started using Facebook until now, and, what the experience is like building relationships online using, the various tools that Facebook allows us to use, whether it be text messaging, photos, just text posts, and all of the things that Mark Zuckerberg continues to allow us to do on Facebook, just to gain insight and explore how other users use Facebook. Um, so within those interviews, I would say that the interviews lasted anywhere between 45 minutes and an hour. And what I allowed my participants to do was to bring their laptop with them. And not only did I observe before the interviews, their different backgrounds, their profiles, things that they would post, things that they wouldn't post. But I also allowed them to navigate their Facebook profile while I asked the interviews, just to make it more of an interactive experience, and to see exactly how they do what they do and what they do. Um, some of the themes that I've taken away from my study and my research was that in most cases, people's social identity did match who they were in real life, at least from the 45 minutes to an hour that I was able to spend with my participants, who also, by the way, ranged between 22 years old and 35, which was my group that I chose to interview. And some of the themes that I came across in my brief study and my brief research was that people really just have a culture and identity to share things with others, which was something that I thought I would find, but it really hit home that people, they have an act to associate, they have a knack for just being around others. And in society that we have today, with everybody moving so fast, and their daily schedules are so pulled in this direction, whether they have families, a job, part-time job, things of that nature, having a Facebook profile allows them to reach other people, to reach more people at once, to have a sense of association. Another thing that I found or developed through my research was that for some people, it provides them a feel of like celebrityism, where they feel popular, that they feel like a sense of higher self-esteem, where when people like their topics and their posts and things of that nature, and are able to provide feedback to them, it makes them feel good inside. As far as developing relationships, a lot of people actually, contrary to what I thought I would find, don't even accept people that they don't know. So if they don't know a certain user, or a certain user asks to be their friends, but there are no mutual friends between them, they don't even accept them. Which brought me to my final point. Why do we use Facebook to build social connections, to build social ties, but the only people that we connect with are people that we already know in real life? So wrapping it up, one of the major limitations was obviously time. I didn't have a big pool of people to interview to be able to share their experiences, but I did find 3 that were willing to participate in my study. And they provided a wealth of feedback, which I was able to combine and select certain themes from the information that I got, which is contained in my report. And I had fun doing this project. Again, time is a limitation. I wish I had more time to spend and really dive deeper into my research. But again, I'm Joseph Cross, and this was my research project, The Phenomenon of Facebook Social Identity and How We Build Ties and Social Interactions. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.